Friends, do you know how lollipops are made in factories? And do you know how biscuits like Super Tuck and Gala are produced? Plus, have you ever seen mayonnaise being made? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the manufacturing processes of everyday items. So, let's start our countdown. Mayonnaise. We all know that no fast food is complete without mayonnaise, especially burgers and shawarma, which just don't taste the same without it. While it looks like a simple cream, many ingredients go into making mayonnaise. The first ingredient used to make mayonnaise is eggs. In factories, workers crack hundreds of eggs into a large mixer. Then several liters of oil are added and the two ingredients are blended together until they form a smooth mixture. This mixture is then cooked for a few hours. During this process, salt, sugar, and various other ingredients are added to enhance the flavor, making it even more delicious. Once all the ingredients are thoroughly mixed, a creamy substance is formed. At this stage, plain mayonnaise is ready. However, different flavors are then created by adding ingredients like black pepper, red chili, or garlic, giving the mayonnaise unique tastes. Finally, the tasty mayonnaise is ready and it is packed into jars using machines. After processing, it is sent to the market for sale. Sprinkles. Now, talking about sprinkles, whether it's a cake or whether it's a donut or ice cream, sprinkles feel incomplete without them. These colorful tiny pieces not only look incredibly attractive but also taste delicious. You'll be amazed to know that the process of making sprinkles in factories is so fascinating that workers can produce millions of sprinkles in one go, and the process is highly satisfying to watch. To make sprinkles, three main ingredients are used: powdered sugar, cornstarch, and food coloring. In the factory, these three ingredients are added to a large mixer, where they are combined with sugar syrup to form a dough. This dough is then placed into another machine that has small, fine holes. As the dough passes through this machine, it comes out in long, thin strands. But that's not all. The machines are also equipped with molds that create sprinkles in various shapes, such as hearts, rounds, stars, balls, and dozens of other designs. The dough is then cut into tiny pieces using a cutter and left to dry. Once the sprinkles are thoroughly dried, they are ready. The sprinkles are then packed into bottles or jars by machines, and these delightful little decoration pieces are ready to add charm to your cakes and desserts. Kit Kat. When talking about chocolates, it's impossible not to mention Kit Kat. This chocolate is so popular that there are factories producing it in over 70 countries worldwide. As delicious as it is to eat, the process of making Kit Kat is equally amazing. To make Kit Kat, high-quality cocoa beans are first delivered to the factory. There, the cocoa beans, sugar, and milk powder are added to a large mixer and cooked thoroughly. After cooking, the mixture turns into a silky smooth chocolate blend, which is then left to cool. Meanwhile, preparations for making wafers begin. For this, flour, sugar, and flavoring are combined to prepare a dough. This dough is rolled into thin layers using a rolling belt and then baked. Once baked, the wafers come out with a delightful crispiness. Placing the dough on a sheet, it is cut into bar shapes using a cutting machine. Next, melted chocolate is filled between the wafer layers to prepare the wafers. Afterward, a machine applies a chocolate mixture over these bars and transfers them into molds for cooling. Once the bars are slightly cooled and take shape, the Kit Kat logo is stamped on them and they are sent for packaging. This is how one of the world's tastiest chocolates is made and sent to the markets for sale. Biscuits. Whether it's Super Tuck or Gala, no tea party feels complete without these biscuits. There are many companies in Pakistan that produce biscuits, but have you ever wondered how this delicious item is prepared in factories? To make biscuit dough, flour, sugar, salt, and baking powder are combined to form a smooth dough. These ingredients are mixed in a large mixer and any desired flavor is added. Hot water is then used to prepare the dough. This dough is transferred to a conveyor belt, where rollers flatten it to ensure uniform thickness. Next, the dough is cut using a large cutter that contains molds in the shape and size of the biscuits. The dough is precisely cut into these shapes, and this is how the biscuits are formed. They are then sent to massive ovens via a conveyor belt for baking. Once baked, the biscuits come out not only with an appealing color but also with amazing crispness. For chocolate biscuits, a chocolate coating is applied between them, or fillings like chocolate, vanilla, or any other flavor are added. This is how biscuits are prepared and sent for packaging and sale. Lollipops. Lollipops are every child's favorite. These sweet candies are so delightful that kids can't get enough of them. But do you know how these delicious candies are made in factories? To make lollipops, sugar and glucose syrup are first poured into a large container and blended using a blender. Then heat is applied beneath the container to cook the mixture, creating a smooth consistency. During the cooking process, flavors and colors are also added. As the mixture cooks, it starts to thicken and become sticky. At a specific stage, the heat is turned off and the mixture is allowed to cool. Once slightly cooled, the mixture is shaped into rounds, so it hardens into balls as it cools. At this stage, different colored candy mixtures are combined to create colorful lollipops. While the machine cuts the mixture into ball shapes, another machine simultaneously inserts sticks into the center of these balls, making it easier to grip the lollipops. The lollipops are then cooled further, hardening them even more. This is how lollipops are prepared, wrapped, and sent for packaging. Tissues. Speaking of tissues, they are a common household item and are equally essential outside the home. While they may look like soft cotton paper, you might be surprised to learn that making tissues is a very tough task. The main material used to make tissues is wood. First, large blocks of high-quality wood are brought to the factory, where they are fed into a shredder. Afterward, this raw material is placed into a large mixer where bleach is added. The bleach changes the color of the wood from brown to pure white, turning it into a smooth pulp. This pulp is then fed into another machine equipped with a board underneath and large rollers. As soon as the wood pulp reaches the board, the rollers begin forming it into sheets that are as thin as paper. As the sheets are formed, they are transferred to a heat chamber using a conveyor belt to dry. Finally, once the sheets are dry, they take the form of tissues. These tissues are then cut into different sizes and made into rolls or bundles. After packaging, they are ready for sale in the market. Thank you for watching this Wonder Hitch video. Your support and kind comments mean the world to us. Stay tuned for another fascinating story in the next video.